Welcome back, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Today, you are about to step into a hidden world that very few people even know exists. A world where ordinary-looking U.S. coins secretly hold values that can shake your imagination and change your life overnight. These are not just pieces of metal. These are forgotten treasures, locked away in pockets, drawers, and collections, just waiting for the right eyes to discover them. And in this episode, we are uncovering the top 6 ultra-rare Jefferson Nickels, Oregon State Commemoratives, and Washington Quarters that have stunned today's auction markets with mind-blowing values. Get ready, because the coins you're about to see are not just valuable. They are treasures that can make you feel like you're holding a millionaire's key in your hand. And trust me, every detail I'll share is built on trust, knowledge, and passion for numismatics. This is your most reliable coin channel, and today, I'm going to show you why. So sit tight, because the first coin on this journey is going to leave you speechless. First coin number 1. At first glance, you might think of the Jefferson Nickel as just another everyday coin you'd find jingling in your pocket change. But the 1978 Jefferson Nickel without a mint mark is no ordinary 5-cent piece. In fact, this coin stands as a symbol of how history, craftsmanship, and pure luck combine to create a hidden treasure worth a fortune today. The Jefferson Nickel was introduced in 1938, designed by artist Felix Schlag, and it quickly became one of the most enduring coins in U.S. history. The 1978 issue was part of that long-running tradition, struck from a copper-nickel alloy, giving it strength and durability. Normally, coins from this year would bear the D or S mint marks, showing their origins from Denver or San Francisco. But in rare instances, certain coins were released without a mint mark at all, creating one of the most mysterious varieties in Jefferson Nickel history. The absence of the mint mark is not a simple mistake. It transforms an otherwise common coin into something of a legend. This missing detail speaks of a striking anomaly that slipped past the mint's careful eyes, leaving behind a tiny fraction of coins that now command monumental attention. What makes this coin so breathtakingly rare is not only the missing mint mark, but also its natural beauty. Collectors describe the 1978 no-mint mark nickel as having a brown wave appearance, subtle shades flowing across its surface, almost like a tide frozen in copper nickel. The coin's fine condition allows its details to shine the crisp lettering, Jefferson's portrait, and Monticello on the reverse. These features, paired with its mysterious error, make it a one-of-a-kind collectible. Each surviving example feels like it carries the whispers of history, a moment where chance created a treasure. Now, let's talk rarity. The no-mint mark 1978 Jefferson Nickel is almost never seen in circulation. Collectors around the world know about it, but very few have ever held one in their hands. It exists in whispers, in auction catalogs, in private collections, but almost never in the open. This level of scarcity has pushed its desirability through the roof, and its demand among serious collectors has become unstoppable. The truth is, this isn't just a coin, it's a key. A key to prestige in the numismatic world. Owning this coin means you hold a piece of American history that very few people even know exists. Current market value. And here comes the jaw-dropping part. Recent auction trends and expert evaluations place the 1978 Jefferson Nickel without mint mark at an unbelievable $222,000 in today's market when found in the condition we're describing here. Fine, with natural brown waves and a striking beauty. Yes, you heard that right. $222,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's not just a price tag, that's a life-changing treasure. A coin like this is not just worth money, it's worth dreams, prestige, and the kind of wealth that collectors describe as a fortune hidden in plain sight. If you discover this in your possession, you are not just a coin holder, you are holding a millionaire maker in your hand. For collectors, here's the tip. Always look closely at your 1978 Jefferson Nickels. Check for the absence of the mint mark. Condition matters deeply. Protect these coins, avoid scratches, and store them in safe professional holders. If you suspect you have one, get it authenticated immediately. And remember, once authenticated, you're not just a collector, you're a treasure hunter who has struck gold in the world of nickels. So, what can we say about this incredible Jefferson Nickel? It may have started life as an everyday coin, but today, it is a masterpiece of rarity, a symbol of chance, and a hidden gem that now shines in the auction world with unimaginable value. This is why numismatics is such a thrilling passion. Because sometimes the tiniest details, a missing mint mark, a unique surface, a subtle error, can turn a common coin into a millionaire's treasure. And the 1978 Jefferson nickel without mint mark is living proof of that. Stay with me, because if you think this was mind-blowing, the next coins on our list are going to lift the curtain on even greater treasures hidden in America's coinage. Next coin, number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, treasure seekers and lovers of hidden history, it's time to dive even deeper into the world of America's most mysterious and valuable coins. We just saw how a 1978 Jefferson nickel could turn into a six-figure treasure. Now, let's travel back further in time, back to the year 1949, a post-war era, an America rebuilding its strength, and a year that quietly gave birth to one of the most extraordinary rarities in numismatic history, the 1949 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark. The Jefferson nickel, born in 1938, was created to honor one of America's greatest founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. Designed by Felix Schlag, its simple yet iconic portrait of Jefferson on the obverse and the image of Monticello, his home, on the reverse, stood as a symbol of American tradition and stability. By 1949, the U.S. Mint was back to producing coins with regularity after the turbulence of World War II. These coins were struck in copper-nickel alloy, strong, practical, and meant for everyday circulation. Normally, you would expect to see a mint mark D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But among the vast numbers struck, an incredibly tiny fraction slipped through with no mint mark at all. And in that small omission, a treasure was born. This coin is breathtaking not only for what it lacks, but also for what it radiates. Collectors who have seen the 1949 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel describe it as having a subtle silver shine across its copper-nickel surface, with delicate brown spots that mark its natural journey through time. In fine condition, the details remain clear and strong. Jefferson's profile carved sharply, the words, "In God we trust," and "Liberty bold," and the Monticello reverse shining with a timeless dignity. This is not just a coin. It feels almost like a relic, a piece of the late 1940s that was never meant to survive so flawlessly. Now, here is where the story truly takes off. The 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark is one of the most elusive varieties in the Jefferson series. Unlike the millions of standard 1949 nickels, these rare errors were so few in number that most experts believe only a handful remain in collectible condition today. Collectors crave this coin because it represents a perfect storm, an early post-war mintage, a striking anomaly, and a surviving beauty. Auctions across the country have seen fierce battles for this rarity. The demand is not just about completing a collection, it's about owning a treasure that whispers of history, a treasure that almost no one else on Earth has. And now comes the part that makes hearts race and collectors lean forward in their seats. In today's auction market, a 1949 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, with brown spots, silver shine, and in fine condition like the one described here, is valued at an astonishing $247,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, nearly $250,000 for what the world once considered a 5-cent coin. That is not just value, that is transformation. Imagine holding a piece of metal once worth a nickel, and today it stands as a treasure chest in your hand. Coins like this are not just collectibles, they are millionaire makers. They are fortunes disguised as pocket change. So, what should collectors take away from this? If you ever come across a 1949 Jefferson nickel, never dismiss it. Check carefully for the absence of the mint mark. Look for the silver shine, study the details, and preserve it with care. These coins deserve professional protection, authentication, and safe storage. Collectors know one truth: patience and knowledge are the keys to unlocking hidden treasures. And this coin is the very definition of that truth. The 1949 Jefferson nickel, without mint mark, is a legend in its own right. Born in an America finding its new place in the world, marked by a rare minting anomaly, and preserved in a beauty that speaks across the decades, it has become one of the most desired treasures in U.S. numismatic history. To own this coin is to hold not just money but history, prestige, and wealth combined. It is proof that hidden in America's everyday change are fortunes waiting to be discovered. Stay tuned, because the next coin on this journey is going to push the limits of rarity and treasure even further, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Next coin, number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow treasure hunters, Our journey now takes us into one of the most celebrated series of modern U.S. coinage, the State Quarters Program. From 1999 to 2008, the U.S. Mint released 50 unique quarters, each honoring one state of the Union. And among them, the 2005 Oregon State Quarter with the Philadelphia P Mint mark has risen far above its peers to claim a position as one of the most valuable hidden treasures in America's pockets. The State Quarters program was one of the most ambitious projects in U.S. coin history, bringing millions of new collectors into the hobby. Each design told a story, capturing the essence of a state's identity. In 2005, the spotlight turned to Oregon, a state of rugged landscapes, towering forests, and breathtaking natural beauty. The Oregon State Quarter was struck from copper-nickel-clad composition, giving it durability while maintaining that classic silver-colored shine. But more than its metal, it's the design that has captured hearts. The coin depicts Crater Lake National Park, framed by tall evergreens and majestic peaks, a view that stands as a symbol of nature's purity and strength. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the coin bears the P Mint mark. But what sets a select few apart is a mysterious surface appearance. Subtle black dots across the silver shade, a natural patina that developed uniquely on certain pieces, giving them a beauty unlike anything else. Collectors immediately recognize this coin's silver shade contrasted with black dotted patterns across its surface. Far from being flaws, these natural markings elevate the coin's beauty, creating a look that feels like a starry night sky over Crater Lake itself. The design remains crisp and bold in fine condition, the tall trees etched with detail, the still waters of the lake reflecting timeless serenity. Together, the design and unique surface make this coin stand out not only as a quarter, but as a piece of modern American art. Now, let's speak about rarity. The State Quarters program saw millions of coins minted, but only a tiny handful of the 2005 Oregon State Quarters with these unique surfaces and pristine conditions have survived. Collectors all around the world chase this specific coin because it combines three unbeatable elements: a beloved design, a limited anomaly, and stunning beauty. The demand for this coin has exploded in recent years, with auctions seeing bidding wars that skyrocket well beyond what anyone would expect for a modern quarter. It is no longer just a state quarter. It is a status symbol, a proof that hidden among the coins of the 21st century are treasures just as powerful as those from centuries past. And here is the revelation you've been waiting for. In today's market, the 2005 Oregon State Quarter with P Mint mark, black dots, silver shade, and fine condition has reached an astounding value of $153,000. That's right, a quarter once worth 25 cents now stands as a treasure chest worth $153,000. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection, it transforms the collector's life. A modern marvel turned millionaire maker. This is why every serious numismatist keeps a close eye on state quarters, because hidden among them are fortunes waiting to be found. For collectors, the lesson here is simple but powerful. Never underestimate modern coins. Examine your Oregon State Quarters carefully. Look for those with the P Mint mark. Study the surfaces for those distinct black dots and silver shine, and protect them in coin holders immediately. Condition elevates value, and authentication is the key to unlocking this treasure's true worth. Remember, opportunities like this come only once in a generation. Modern rarities are rising stars in the coin world, and the Oregon State Quarter is leading the way. The 2005 Oregon State Quarter with P Mint mark proves beyond doubt that America's treasures are not limited to ancient coins or 19th century rarities. Even in the modern age, beauty, anomaly, and scarcity combine to create fortunes hidden in plain sight. This coin is more than just a quarter, it is a jewel of the State Quarters program, a modern legend, and a true millionaire's key for the collector lucky enough to hold it. Stay with me because the next coin we are about to uncover is going to continue this breathtaking journey into the world of rare Washington Quarters and Jefferson Nickels that are shaking the auction markets with unimaginable values. Next coin, number 4. Treasure seekers, buckle up, because the journey of hidden U.S. treasures has just taken another stunning turn. From Jefferson Nickels to the Oregon State Quarter, we've uncovered coins that prove fortune can hide in plain sight. But now, we stand before another giant in modern numismatics, the 2005 West Virginia State Quarter with the Philadelphia P Mint mark. At first glance, it's just another piece of pocket change. But once you look closer, once you understand its story, you realize this coin is far more than 25 cents. It is a symbol of heritage. The West Virginia quarter was part of the legendary 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. It was one of the most successful U.S. mint initiatives in history, with millions of Americans suddenly turning into coin collectors. Each quarter told the story of a state's identity, and in 2005, West Virginia's moment arrived. The coin is struck from a copper-nickel-clad composition, with a silver-colored finish that shines brilliantly when preserved. The reverse design features the New River Gorge Bridge, an engineering marvel and one of the world's longest steel arch bridges. It stands as a bold symbol of West Virginia's rugged landscapes, innovation, and strength. On the obverse, of course, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, anchoring the design in tradition while the reverse celebrates progress. And stamped on this rare treasure is the P mint mark of the Philadelphia Mint. What sets this specific example apart are its silver surfaces paired with very fine preservation. Collectors admire the crisp details, the sweeping steel arch of the New River Gorge Bridge, the flawless inscription of West Virginia, 1863, and the glimmering luster across its fields. While millions of West Virginia quarters were minted, only a select few emerged with such perfection of detail, combined with the distinct features and fine condition that collectors prize today. This is not just another quarter, it's a shining piece of West Virginia's soul, captured forever in nickel and copper. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin soar in the marketplace. The 2005 West Virginia State Quarter is rare in this level of preservation, especially with the Philadelphia P mint mark. While countless quarters circulated, only a fraction survived without wear, scratches, or blemishes. Collectors and auction houses have seen demand skyrocket for these coins, with the West Virginia issue quickly rising to the top of the list of state quarters commanding jaw-dropping values. The rarity here is not just about age, it's about condition, detail, and the magic combination of historical resonance and visual beauty. And that demand is relentless. Every time one surfaces in auction, collectors battle fiercely for the chance to own it. And here it is, the moment that makes the world of coin collecting so thrilling. In today's auction market, a 2005 West Virginia State Quarter with the P mint mark, silver luster, and in very fine condition commands a staggering $158,000. Think about that. A coin that once had a value of 25 cents has become a treasure chest valued at over $150,000. That is not just a coin. It is wealth in disguise, a piece of American currency that transforms into a millionaire's key when it lands in the right hands. Collectors, listen closely. Never underestimate modern quarters. Always check your 2005 West Virginia quarters for condition and mint mark. Protect them, avoid unnecessary handling, and store them in airtight holders. If you find one in pristine or very fine condition, you may very well be holding a six-figure treasure. Authentication is essential, and once you have it, you'll know you are not just a collector. You are the guardian of a treasure that most people will never even know exists. The 2005 West Virginia State Quarter with P mint mark is proof that the treasures of numismatics are not confined to ancient coins or centuries-old rarities. Even modern issues, when touched by beauty, scarcity, and history, can rise to unimaginable heights. This coin represents West Virginia's proud heritage, America's bold spirit, and the undeniable truth that sometimes the most valuable treasures hide right in the palm of your hand. And remember, you are watching the most trustful channel in numismatics, the place where hidden coins become unveiled treasures and where everyday change turns into extraordinary wealth. Stay tuned, because the next coin on our list is about to raise the stakes even higher. Next coin, number 5. Treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts, our journey now brings us face to face with one of the most enduring legends in American coinage, the Washington Quarter. First issued in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this coin has stood as a timeless symbol of America's heritage. But hidden within its long history are extraordinary rarities, coins that break free from the ordinary and rise into the realm of treasure. And one of the greatest of these is the 1972 Washington Quarter without mint mark. This coin is not just 25 cents, it is a rare key to unimaginable wealth. In today's market, it has stunned collectors with a jaw-dropping value of $184,000. The Washington Quarter was born in 1932 when the nation celebrated the bicentennial of its first president. Sculptor John Flanagan's design, with Washington's proud profile on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse, became an instant classic. By 1972, the quarter was still struck in its traditional copper-nickel-clad composition, giving it durability and that shining silver look. But while millions of 1972 quarters rolled out of the U.S., mint, a rare and mysterious handful, were released without a mint mark, turning an everyday coin into an extraordinary rarity. Normally, Philadelphia-issued coins of this era either showed no mint mark or carried subtle varieties, but this specific group of era coins without mint marks in extra fine condition have become some of the most sought-after Washington quarters ever. This coin's beauty lies in its details. In extra fine condition, Washington's portrait stands bold and proud, the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" clear and sharp, and the eagle on the reverse spreads its wings with perfect balance. But what collectors notice most is the absence of any mint mark beneath the date. That missing detail transforms this quarter from ordinary into extraordinary. And combined with its silvery surfaces and flawless look, the 1972 with no mint mark Washington Quarter has become a symbol of prestige in the numismatic world. Here's where the treasure story deepens. The 1972 Washington Quarter without mint mark is a ghost in the numismatic community. It exists, but in numbers so small that even seasoned collectors may never see one in their lifetime. Demand for this coin is insatiable. Collectors know that finding one means holding a piece of American coinage history that borders on legendary. And because the Washington Quarter is one of the most beloved and widely recognized coins in America, its rare anomalies carry unmatched desirability. Auction houses report feverish bidding wars whenever one appears, with values climbing higher each year. And now, the moment that proves the power of hidden treasures. In today's auction market, a 1972 Washington Quarter without mint mark, in extra fine condition and with a beautiful look, has reached a staggering value of $184,000. Think about that, nearly $200,000 for a coin that, on the surface, was meant to be worth only a quarter. This is more than value. It is a treasure chest disguised as pocket change. This coin is living proof that fortunes can hide in the smallest of places. To hold this Washington Quarter is to hold a millionaire maker, a coin that transforms from everyday currency into a life-changing treasure. Collectors, take this to heart. Always check your 1972 quarters carefully. Look beneath the date for the absence of the mint mark. Pay attention to condition. Extra fine examples carry values that can shake the auction world. Protect these coins with airtight holders. Avoid handling them directly and seek professional authentication. Remember, knowledge and patience are the tools that unlock treasures like this. And this coin is the very definition of what makes numismatics magical. The 1972 Washington Quarter without mint mark is more than a coin. It is a monument to America's history, a mystery of the mint, and a fortune disguised as everyday change. Its bold details, striking beauty, and jaw-dropping value make it one of the most desirable Washington Quarters ever discovered. And it stands as a reminder that even in the most ordinary places, treasures of unimaginable worth are waiting to be found. Stay with me, because our next and final coin will close this journey with a discovery so powerful, it may just be the ultimate hidden treasure in U.S. Next coin, number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, treasure seekers, we've arrived at the final chapter of today's incredible journey into America's hidden coin treasures. We have traveled from Jefferson Nickels to state quarters, uncovering legends of rarity and unimaginable wealth. And now, standing at the peak of our adventure, we present one last masterpiece, the 1979 Washington Quarter with the Denver D mint mark. At first glance, it may appear like any other quarter you might find in loose change. But make no mistake, this coin carries a story of history, beauty, and scarcity that transforms it into nothing short of a treasure chest in your hand. And in today's auction market, this remarkable quarter has soared to an astounding value of $187,000. The Washington Quarter had already been in circulation for nearly half a century by 1979, its design firmly cemented as a cornerstone of American coinage. Created by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the quarter had become more than just money. It was a national symbol. The 1979 issue was struck in copper nickel-clad composition, giving it that familiar silver-colored brilliance. Denver's output of coins carried the D mint mark, proudly identifying their origin. But within that year's massive mintage, a tiny group of coins emerged with such exceptional preservation and silver-toned luster that they rose far above the ordinary. Those few survivors are the coins that now command six-figure values in the numismatic world. This particular treasure, the 1979 with D Washington Quarter, stuns collectors with its silver shade and very fine condition. Every detail of Washington's profile remains bold and sharp: the flowing hair, the proud gaze, the flawless inscriptions. On the reverse, the American eagle spreads its wings with commanding power, perfectly balanced above the words, United States of America. The luster is unmatched, shimmering with a brilliance that tells collectors this is no ordinary circulated quarter. It is a survivor, a gem, a masterpiece that carries both beauty and rarity in perfect harmony. Why does this coin command such reverence? The answer lies in its rarity. The 1979 with D Washington Quarter was produced in huge numbers, but coins that remain in very fine condition with strong silver tones are almost never found today. Most quarters from that year endured heavy circulation, leaving them scratched, dull, and worn. But a select few escaped that fate. And those coins, preserved almost as though time itself protected them, have become the holy grail for collectors of modern Washington quarters. The demand is extraordinary. At auctions, when one of these treasures appears, bidders fight furiously to claim it, driving the value ever higher. The market sees this coin not just as a collectible, but as a statement piece, a crown jewel of any Washington Quarter collection. And here it is, the breathtaking truth. In today's auction market, a 1979 Washington Quarter with D mint mark, silver shade, and in very fine condition is valued at an extraordinary $187,000. Yes, nearly $200,000 for a coin that once carried a face value of just 25 cents. This is not just an investment, it's a fortune in disguise. To hold this coin is to hold the kind of treasure that can change your life overnight, a reminder that hidden riches lie all around us if we know where to look. Collectors, here is your guiding light. Always inspect your Washington quarters carefully. Look for those struck in 1979, check for the D mint mark, and study the coin's condition with care. If you see that unmistakable silver luster, and the coin is preserved in very fine condition, you may very well be holding one of America's greatest hidden treasures. Protect it with professional storage, authenticate it without delay, and understand you are not just holding a coin, you are holding a key to wealth and prestige. The 1979 with D Washington Quarter stands as a fitting finale to our journey today. It represents the perfect combination of history, artistry, scarcity, and value. From a simple piece of pocket change, it has risen to become a six-figure treasure, a coin that collectors dream of, and a fortune waiting to be discovered. This is the magic of numismatics, ordinary coins becoming extraordinary treasures. And this is why our channel exists, to reveal the hidden wealth, the secret stories, and the treasures that are right in front of our eyes. So remember, whether it's a Jefferson Nickel, a state quarter, or a Washington Quarter like this one, every coin in your collection could be hiding a secret. And sometimes that secret is worth a lifetime of riches. Stay with us for more, because the world of coins is endless, and the next treasure is always just around the corner. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this treasure hunt into the world of rare, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay updated with the most valuable coins in today's market. Your support helps us grow and bring you more hidden coin secrets.